Harper, darlings. I'm ready for my close-up now. It's time to go to the movies. You know what I have in my hand? 50 cents. Did you know in the 1950s, 50 cents would get you a movie ticket? You know what I have here? A $10 bill. This is what I would need to get me a movie ticket today. I'd much rather pay 50 cents than $10 to see a movie. Speaking of going to the movies, did you ever go into the drive-in? This is a picture of a drive-in of all the vehicles. Did you ever go to a drive-in? Did you ever pack up the family car and see how many people could get in it? Like a clown car. Now, y'all might have to help me remember this. Did y'all ever get, when you went to the drive-in, a big box, like a speaker, and you had to roll that window down, get the speaker, and set it in your vehicle, and roll the window back up, and you could listen to the movie. It's like you had your own little movie theater right there in your car. I am so jealous. Here's another picture of a drive-in with all those vehicles and the big screen. The next picture is a bunch of kids waiting in line to go in the movies. I think they're buying their tickets. It's probably they went to the early shows, like the Saturday matinee. Did they ever have deals on Saturdays? Did you enjoy waiting in line with all your friends to go into the movies? The next picture is a movie ticket that I found online. Did you ever keep your movie ticket? Were you allowed to keep it? Wow, look at this picture. That movie theater is packed. I wonder what movie they were watching. What type of movies do you like to watch? Do you like watching westerns, romance, action movies? Or what about musicals? These are a few DVDs of some of my favorite movie musicals. Now I just want to give a quick disclaimer. All of these are not all from the 1950s. I'm just going to state that. This one is The Wizard of Oz. Do you remember watching The Wizard of Oz? Do you remember it starting out being black and white? And that tornado coming and hitting the house? And her house hits the wicked witch that won the witch and kills her? And she opens that door and there's color like the Yellow Brick Road. You remember? Follow the Yellow Brick Road, follow the Yellow Brick Road, and the Emerald City, and the characters, and the munchkins. There's little munchkins, and Glinda, the good witch. I'd like to show you some pictures from the movie The Wizard of Oz. This is a picture of Judy Garland playing Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz when she was only 17 years old. Do you remember the song she was most famous for from this movie? Somewhere Over the Rainbow. The next picture I would like to show you is one of the cast. We have the Scarecrow, Dorothy, Toto, the Great and Powerful Oz, the Cowardly Lion, and the Tin Man. Now he was supposed to be played by another actor called Buddy Ebsen. Do you remember him? He was on another show, the Beverly Hillbillies. I think he had an allergic reaction to the makeup, but I think he did pretty good in the Beverly Hillbillies. What do you think? Now, speaking of this movie, there was one thing I did not like, and that was the witch and the flying monkeys. Did that ever scare you when you saw this part of the movie? Now, the message to this movie is pretty clear. It's what you always wanted, you already have. And there is no place like home. Now, this movie, Oklahoma, was my first DVD I ever got of a musical. And I love it. I just love this movie. Here is the opening number to Oklahoma.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way.
Now I'd like to show you some pictures from Oklahoma. This is a picture of Gordon MacRae and Shirley Jones. Fun fact, they were also both in Carousel together. The man in the part was supposed to be Frank Sinatra, but he turned it down. Gordon MacRae was 34 when Oklahoma premiered, and Shirley Jones was 21. She was also in a lot of other musicals later on. Here's another picture of the characters in the movie. Gloria Graham, James Whitmore, and Eddie Albert. Come to find out, he was also in Green Acres later on. Now this movie, it's just a classic. Boy meets girl, they say, oh, I don't love you. Then they come find out they love each other, and in the end, they get married, and they start their life together at the end of the movie. What a great film to watch. It's just a great movie, and all those dancing scenes, it's just great. What's your favorite scene from the movie? Have you ever seen it? I highly recommend you check out this movie. This is my top or second top favorite DVD is The Sound of Music. This is the intro to The Sound of Music. Starring Julie Andrews. Now she just finished filming Mary Poppins. And she taught the kids the song Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And the kids thought that she wrote the song just for them. The next picture is the first scene that they filmed. And that's the song that they sang was My Favorite Things. And you see all the children in the bedroom? That's actually, pun intended, one of my favorite songs. And here's a picture of them singing Edelweiss. What was your favorite song from the movie? You know, there's just something about movie musicals. About the music, the songs, the dancing. It just makes you feel good. Do you like watching movie musicals? Do you love songs? Do you like the dancing? Or maybe you don't like musicals. Is it because they're so unrealistic, how they break off in song? But that's the point. They're just so great. They just make you feel good. Just a great escape. Now, here are a few musicals that you might remember more set 1950s, and it might be your favorites. This one is called Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. I have never seen this movie before. Maybe y'all have. I think it's more about romance. What do you think? What about The King and I? Have you ever seen that movie? You know, it has Yul Brynner in it, etc., etc., etc. And maybe you know the song Getting to Know You. I never seen it. Maybe y'all enjoy it. Or maybe y'all like to watch Guys and Dolls. I know you like this one because Frank Sinatra is in it. And I know you remember him. What about White Christmas? I know, it's a Christmas movie. But it was the top movie in 1954. You know who's in it? Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye. We watch this movie during the Christmas season every year. It's a tradition. What about you? Do you watch this movie every year? Singing in the Rain. Did you ever watch this movie? Let's see, Gene Kelly and Debbie Reynolds is in it. Now, Debbie Reynolds, her daughter is Princess Leia in Star Wars franchise. And that has nothing to do with this movie. Did you enjoy it? I never seen it. Have you? Guess what came in? Your postcards. Thank you to those who sent me a postcard. If you haven't, that is fine. Just send it to me and we'll talk about it later. Let's see. Someone likes Phantom of the Opera, The Sound of Music, West Side Story, The Sound of Music and Mamma Mia, Les Miserables, you know, the French Revolution one. And Harold, he says he doesn't like musicals, but he says he's having a good time. Thank you. And you know what? Maybe you might like the next content coming up. Now, I got 2 postcards I just had to show you from some very special people. Emily, she says she likes the Wizard of Oz and Hunter. She likes Phantom of the Opera. Let's all wave to Emily and Hunter. They say they really miss y'all. I want to stop talking for a little while and we can move on to an activity. Do you like doing word searches? Well, if you open your activity pack, you can find a word search. This is just movie musical stuff. Maybe a few musicals, what you do at the movies. I just thought it was something brand new that we haven't done before. So feel free to do this whenever you like.